Industry Insider, or how I like to refer to him as Leaky Tom, has come out with a tweet recently in regards to whether or not Battlefield, and when I say Battlefield, I mean Battlefield 6 for the layman out there, whether or not it's going to be cross-generational, or if it's going to be permanently like just next gen PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. And he said he had heard nothing about the game coming to the past gen consoles. And this has not only been a discussion for the past week or so, but something that's been a discussion within the community for a long time. And it's been something that has kind of been not totally divisive within the community, but definitely something worth talking about. And I wanted to make a quick video to give both sides of the argument as well as my thoughts on the topic. So as always, before we start any video, remember, if you do enjoy, to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like, as always. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content and you want more like it, then hit that big red sexy subscribe button right underneath the video. Also got to shout out my channel members. You guys help make these videos possible. Thank you so very much. If you want to join and get access to the exclusive perks that they get, then check out the link in the description or hit the blue join button. Anyway, let's begin. So why should this game be cross-generational? What is the argument for this reason? And I think it's a pretty easy reason. It's just access to more people. The next-gen console stocks have been very scarce. It's been very hard to find a Series X or a PS5. Trust me, I know from personal experience. Not many people have them anyway, and just the fact that, we don't know when exactly these things are going to become so widespread that tons of players are going to have them means that maybe this game should be cross-generational. And that way, this game can reach the player base that it needs to in order to have the sustained support that we want to get from the game and to be more of a success than, well, Battlefield 5. But at the same time, the argument for why it should be next generation only, and this is something that is kind of backed up by Tom Henderson's tweets as well as some of the rumors around the game and it coming to Game Pass on day one, is that it's not going to matter because if it's on Game Pass day one, more people are going to have access to it anyway. And there's been a lot of rumors that the next gen consoles are going to be more widespread around June. So by the time the game releases in October or November, plenty of people are going to have it and they're going to have easy access to be able to hop into the game on the day of release. And I think both of those things sound really, really good. And I think this is the more likely scenario for the game. And I think that is something that is going to happen. I think the other argument for why it should be next gen only, not just why I think it will be next gen only, is that it can't be held back by the technology of 2013. I'm playing Battlefield 4 in this video for a reason, because it's from 2013. Look how dated this game looks. I mean, granted, it's a fun game and it runs on Frostbite, so it looks pretty decent, but look at it. It looks grainy, it looks old. It's not in 1080p, it's in like 900p, and this is on a Series X. I mean, not great. It doesn't look that fantastic, not when compared to even Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5. Both of those games look light years better and they're on the same generation. Now, how do you go beyond that? How do you create more only in Battlefield moments while retaining extremely high graphics and ray tracing and all the things that these new consoles are going to be capable of? You have to build it for the new consoles. That's just the only way. This game is not going to be able to run based off of the leaks that we've heard and some of the rumors that we've heard about this game. It's not going to be able to run on those previous generation consoles. And to hold this game back, that seems to have not only the weight of the Battlefield franchise on it, but it seems like the FPS genre as a whole on it, to be tugged back by old technology doesn't seem like the right kind of a move. And that's why I really don't think that that's what's going to happen. Now, could there be a downgraded port for the game onto the old generation consoles? That's very possible. That could be what one of the support studios is doing, to throw together really quickly just some version of the game that's kind of like Battlefield Lite for the previous generation consoles, which will still have a cool experience, but you're just not going to be able to get everything that you will on the next gen consoles. That's very possible. How possible that is, I really don't know for sure, or how likely that's going to be. I have no idea. Obviously, we don't know for sure when the next generation consoles are going to become widely available for everyone to get without having to stalk all these Twitter pages for notifications and stuff. It's just, we don't really know. I'm sure some of the upper business management people, they have an idea. That's just part of their job. But I mean, we don't know for sure. And this also kind of leads into my final point, is when development began on this game, No one knew that the cheese touch was going to be going around shutting down everyone's economies around the world. Nobody knew that. Nobody planned for that. They didn't develop the game to plan for that kind of a thing. So I'm sure without having to plan for shortages on these next-gen consoles leading to a more constrained player base, they weren't developing it to be able to be held back by that old technology, and they were full steam ahead on being able to make it for these new, much more powerful consoles and PCs. That's just the nature of it. There's no way that they were building it for the Xbox One when planning for this new game. Now, I guess it kind of depends on what stage of development the game might have been in. Maybe they were able to also have a current gen shoot of it by the time, you know, COVID hit and everything like that. Maybe that's what happened, but with games like, of course, Battlefield 5 fresh on the mind, as well as games like Cyberpunk that came out and basically completely ignored the current gen console version of the game, but had the next gen console in a bit better shape. I don't know that people are going to be real big fans if a game comes out and just has a crappy past gen version for everyone, all the past gen peasants to have and play with, and it sucks. While all 5 new gen guys get to play with a shiny new toy that actually functions and is actually pretty fun, I don't think they want that on their hands as well. CD Projekt Red has taken quite the reputation hit from that, and Battlefield, DICE, those guys really don't need that, considering the last title was basically that whole situation. So probably don't want that. And like I said, you got the weight of the entire FPS genre on top of this game. Warzone's in a lull. It's got cheaters everywhere. Apex is, well, it's a BR, so that's for kind of a niche crowd. Call of Duty is loaded with SBMM and crap no one likes, and it needs Battlefield. Battlefield needs to come in and save not only itself, but the entire genre. That's just the pressure that's on this game, if we're being honest. Fair or not, that's what it is. So anyway, let me know you guys' thoughts on whether or not this game is going to be current gen, past gen, whatever you want to be, cross-generational. Let me know. I'd love to have the conversation with you down below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like, and I will see you in the next video.